And action.
Why'd you do it?
What?
Making this film was sort of a personal journey for me. It's based on a short story by a well-known writer and filmmaker himself, Kwame Dawes.
Okay, I have you set up, so whenever you're ready.
It's a story about a private detective in Jamaica. I took that story and tried to keep the same themes Dawes had in it, sort of, the male lead having a sense of reckless abandon and a weakness for beautiful women, and set it on the Carolina coast. I say it was a journey for me because literally just a few days after the festival announcement where we were, me and the other filmmakers involved were assigned our short stories to adapt into films, things just started unraveling. First, our dog Remy, who we've had for over 5 years, died. The next day after Remy died, I found out my sister Cindy was in the intensive care unit of the hospital on life support. A week after that, to the day, Cindy passed away. It happened so suddenly. It's just a few weeks earlier, she and I had gone hiking together. That was the last photo I ever snapped of Cindy. Just a week later, my grandmother passed away. With all these depressing, heavy things, it was actually nice to have this film as a way to focus on, and instead of everything else that was going on. And I was actually able to use the film as kind of a catharsis to grieve.
And action!
We shot the film in downtown Fountain Inn, which during the early years of my life, my grandmother lived in an apartment near downtown Fountain Inn. And while we were making the film and I was scouting locations and setting everything up, I was walking around the streets and, having a chance to remember the times when I was a kid. My grandmother and I used to walk from her apartment. Really brought back memories that I had put in the back of my mind and probably wouldn't have thought of again if it weren't for this process, making this film. Also got a chance to pay tribute to Cindy. She had suffered from health problems for over a decade, and she'd often joke when her time came, when she passed away, that she wanted us to have a big party in her honor out on the beach, on Folly Beach, and have some of her ashes in a red Solo cup and just dump a little bit in the waves. So in the final shot of the film, there's a red Solo cup next to a bottle of Marilyn Monroe vodka. Cindy always collected Marilyn Monroe memorabilia, and one of her prized possessions was a bottle of Marilyn Monroe vodka. So as the detective walks away toward an uncertain future, in that final shot, I wanted the red Solo cup to get washed away in the surf or tumble over in the surf. Kind of a big crashing wave came by and took both the bottle and the cup, so it worked out. That was a miserable day to shoot. My wife actually dressed her in drag, if you will, dressed her up in the attire I was going to have the detective wear, and walk away from the camera. I was on Myrtle Beach in mid-March. It was just a few degrees above freezing, and this ice-cold rain was falling the entire time we were out there trying to make this scene happen. Thankfully, we were able to get something usable because while we were out there, nothing was working right, and I was pretty sure that it was all in vain. I was also able to pay tribute to my Uncle Sergit, who passed away just before Thanksgiving in 2013. He actually tried his hand at being a star in Bollywood several decades ago, and I didn't find out till after he died that he actually worked as a film editor for a while, and that's kind of how he made his living in between acting gigs. So the bottle of bourbon that you see at the bar and the brand of bourbon that the detective uses at his desk when he's trying to wash away his troubles is called Sam Singh's Bombay Bourbon. The actual production of the film was quite a journey as well. I wanted to work with people I haven't worked with before. I have a great group of friends who are always willing to jump in front of a camera whenever I need them to and take on any role. But I wanted to kind of challenge myself and work with folks I've never worked with before. I think I was really able to assemble a great cast. Kelly and Jennifer Wyatt out of Columbia played the lead roles, Myron and Cynthia. Kelly and Jennifer travel all across the Southeast playing minor roles in various TV shows and films, and are also involved in productions here in the upstate. And Kelly has also been in previous Expecting Goodness films. I found out after I reached out to him and started working with him. I also got to work with Deborah Capps. She's a local actress who's been in several stage and film productions. She gave us all chills on set when we shot the scene with her storming out of the office. It was pretty intense.
And cut.
NFL legend Sam White was also gracious enough to help me out with this film. He agreed to play the bartender, who was aptly named Sammy. Sam now resides in the upstate. Former NFL player and head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, led them to the Super Bowl, and also coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Last call, then.
We were all blown away by Sam's performance too. At the end of the night, everybody on the crew agreed that if Sam White had a bar somewhere, that we would all want to go hang out and have drinks with him.
Turn it to take a step back from this one. You guys have already taken your step back at this point.
Okay. Another rising star out of Columbia, Merritt Van, agreed to play Mr. Alvaranya. Caroline Stone played Alvaranya's mistress, her lady of the evening, if you will. A lot of great support from the crew. First of all, to my wife Vanessa, who has supported me every step of the way. Dan Fowler, who initially urged me to sign up for the festival. We were both going to sign up, and then if one of us got selected to participate, we were going to help the other make their films. And it turns out both of us got selected. Dan designed our big practical effect in the film, where we see through the blown out head of a corpse through the detective on the other side right before the body drops. He also really went above and beyond when we needed lipstick prints on Kelly's shirt and neck for the scene when Deborah walks in and sees it on him. And I just kind of threw it out there as a joke. Come on, Dan, put some lipstick on and get these lip prints on there. But everyone else kind of took to it and kind of egged him into it, and you did it. So I owe you a big thanks for that, Dan. Kissing another man on my behalf. You rock, buddy.
That's enough. All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You might need a little more.
No, it's just gonna be smeared and blah. All right.
Have at it. A little bit on my collar. Now you can get it. Now the collar. You got enough skin.
What? No, I'm working the collar. What do you want?
Working, Dan.
Was that good? I think I got a hair in my mouth. Yeah.
Did you shave next time?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Also want to say thanks to Aaron Pate. He cross-shot a big chunk of the film with me and also helped out with some VFX work. Zach Snow is always there to lend a helping hand. He's a great guy, and I'm looking forward to helping him with the film he's working on later this year. Alex Schumann, one of my cohorts in TV news, helped us out with some audio. He also helped me out with some title work. Clay Chapman helped us out a good bit in some pivotal scenes. He was there helping us in the kill scene and the bar scenes with Sam. Madison Morgan also helping us out and helping my wife in the duties of baby wrangling when we brought our young star Ari in for her scene. On their last CD, the Shane Pruitt Band had this track that I really fell in love with called I Smell It. It just sounded like it belonged in like a Lethal Weapon movie or you know, an 80s detective film. Reached out to Shane, and he was gracious enough to let me use it. I'm also a fan of Six String Woody's blues music. He's a musician based out of Traveler's Rest, and he was gracious enough to let me use some of his tracks as well. And I'm very grateful to everyone who played a role in making this happen. All the cast, all the crew, and the business owners who we worked with. Harry George over at Pump South for letting us use his fantastic old building there in downtown Fountain Inn as our detective's office. Tavo Ramirez for letting us use Compadres in downtown Greenville as our bar location. Over the Rainbow in Simpsonville for letting us use their jewelry to outfit our cast with. Ron over at Classic Cars of South Carolina for hooking us up with that awesome Mustang Shelby. And the fine folks over at Days Inn in Simpsonville for giving us a reduced rate and didn't call the cops when there was lots of screaming and a bloody woman running out of a hotel room. I'm sure the folks driving by or walking to their rooms saw and heard some interesting things that day. I really enjoyed working on this film. I hope you enjoyed watching it.